I'm not
particular
chasing
time.
love.
Yeah.
If love comes and hits me in the face and knocks me over, I welcome it with open arms, because that's something I really want, you know. The nephew today, it's like, I really want kids. I really want that phase of life. I'm
Hollywood's been buzzing lately, and this time, it's not about a blockbuster premiere or a red carpet fail. It's about Nicole Kidman, her younger co-star Glen Powell, and the husband she may have just pushed past the breaking point, Keith Urban. Cameras caught something that has everyone talking. And if you thought their marriage could survive anything, this new twist might change your mind. The photos that started it all are everywhere. Nicole leaning just a little too close to Glen, smiling in that effortless, knowing way that made people whisper, wait, are they just co-stars? Within hours, the images were dissected across social media. Fans zoomed in, compared body language, hunted for context. But as one insider put it, sometimes the picture says enough. Before we dive deeper into this wild situation, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss a single Hollywood bombshell like this. Because trust me, the way Keith Urban allegedly reacted to these photos, it wasn't calm or quiet. Nicole and Keith have been together for nearly 2 decades. Their love story once felt like one of Hollywood's last fairy tales. They met in 2005, married in 2006, and constantly gushed about keeping each other grounded despite fame, tours, and flashing lights. Australia's golden duo balancing stardom with sincerity. But even fairy tales have cracks. Behind those flawless red carpet smiles, things weren't always perfect. Keith's music career took him around the world. Nicole's acting kept her oceans away. Insiders whispered that distance was slowly wearing them down. Still, they projected unity, laughing off breakup rumors, posting poetic captions, keeping that shiny image alive. But sometimes silence says more than captions ever could. Then came the subtle shifts. Nicole started attending events alone. Keith focused more on touring. And then, in one interview earlier this year, Nicole said something chilling in hindsight. Sometimes love doesn't look the way people expect it to. At the time, no one thought much of it. But now, those words sound prophetic. Enter Glen Powell, Hollywood's charming flirt. Fresh off his rom-com success, praised for his charisma, and now cast alongside Nicole in a Sydney shoot. From day one, their chemistry was undeniable. On-set insiders described them as inseparable, laughing, whispering, and sharing inside jokes that didn't go unnoticed. Then came the wrap party photo. Nicole leaning toward Glen, her hand brushing his arm, both smiling like they shared a private joke. Not scandalous alone, pas air. But for fans sensing tension in her marriage, it was all they needed. Within hours, Nicole and Glen trended worldwide. The internet split in half. Defenders said, she's just laughing with a co-star. Critics fired back, that's not how a married woman acts. Gossip columns joined the frenzy. Friendly or flirty? They asked. And somewhere, Keith Urban watched it all unfold, from thousands of miles away. Paparazzi caught him days later. Tense, silent, head down as he left a Nashville studio. No smiles, no waves, just a storm behind his eyes. One headline screamed, Keith sees the photos. Another, country king snaps over Nicole's chemistry. The quiet said everything. Insiders started leaking. One claimed Keith felt embarrassed and blindsided. Another said they had a heated phone argument. Then fans noticed something odd. Keith deleted his anniversary post with Nicole. A sweet throwback, gone without a word. The internet connected the dots fast. Days later, at a show, Keith performed Blue Ain't Your Color. But this time his voice cracked. When he sang, I bet he's not loving you right now. The crowd went silent. Was it just performance? Or confession? Meanwhile, Nicole walked red carpets, stunning, confident, and ringless. Reporters shouted questions about Glen. She just smiled, no comment. Her team dismissed the rumors as nonsense, but the fire was already raging. Every photo, every gesture, now fuel for the tabloids. Behind the scenes, clips showed Nicole and Glen laughing, sharing coffee, play fighting on set. Maybe harmless, maybe not. But once fans start connecting dots, perception becomes reality. And the narrative was shifting. Fast. Sources say Keith felt cornered, exhausted from defending the marriage every few months. "He's drained," one insider said. "No matter what he does, the rumors never stop." That's when Keith reportedly snapped, telling friends he needed space. And this time, he meant it. That's when the emotional distance became physical. Reports began surfacing that Keith had moved out temporarily, choosing to stay at a friend's ranch outside of town. For a couple once described as inseparable, the separation suddenly felt real. Meanwhile, Nicole continued filming in Sydney, seemingly unfazed by the growing circus around her name. Still, the narrative wasn't one-sided. People close to Nicole reportedly insist she's being unfairly judged. "She's allowed to laugh, to enjoy her work, to have male friends," said one anonymous source. "She's not cheating. She's working." And to be fair, Hollywood friendships often get twisted into something they're not. But when the cameras keep catching the same moments, the perception becomes reality. Then came the music leaks. Rumor has it Keith wrote new songs about heartbreak, lyrics mentioning Hollywood lies and faded promises. Fans linked every verse to Nicole. Coincidence? Or confession in melody? The silence from both sides only made the obsession grow. Nicole posted polished work updates, pretending the noise didn't exist, while Keith poured emotion into cryptic performances that fans couldn't stop decoding. Every move became a clue. Every glance, a theory. It wasn't just a story anymore, so what? It was a mystery the whole internet was desperate to solve. Finally, Glen Powell spoke. Kind of. When asked, he laughed it off. "Nicole's amazing. We had a blast." But his grin said more than his words. The clip went viral. Fuel added. Fire reignited. At this point, the story had evolved from gossip into a full-blown PR crisis. Entertainment blogs debated whether Nicole's image as the graceful, untouchable movie icon was starting to crack. One headline read, "America's Darling No More." Others suggested it could all be a clever publicity tactic to boost attention for their upcoming film. If that's true, it might be the most effective marketing campaign of the year. But the emotional fallout for Keith Urban can't be ignored. Friends say he's been leaning heavily on his close circle, writing, playing, and trying to find peace in music. In a recent interview, when asked about trust in relationships, he replied carefully, "Love requires truth. Without that, nothing holds." It wasn't a direct reference to Nicole, but everyone knew what he meant. Knew what? Nicole, meanwhile, has gone quiet. Only work posts, no denials, no confirmations. Just that calm, unreadable smile that's always kept her one step ahead of the headlines. But in Hollywood, silence is its own statement. Fans are split. Some still hope for reconciliation. Others say it's over. Either way, everyone agrees. Even perfect couples can have messy secrets behind closed doors. Because fame doesn't fix feelings. Whether Nicole truly crossed a line or not, the fascination won't fade. Every sighting, every lyric, every missing ring, another clue in this ongoing mystery. For now, both live separately, working, avoiding questions. Glen, he's gone silent too, realizing maybe one smile changed everything. Maybe it was friendship mistaken for more. Or maybe the start of a new chapter neither of them planned. In Hollywood, love rarely stays simple. The world watches, waiting for the next photo, the next headline, the next heartbreak. Somewhere in Nashville, Keith strums his guitar, writing his truth. Somewhere else, Nicole steps onto a movie set, camera lights dancing off that same smile that made the world fall in love. Two stories, same heartbreak, and millions watching to see how it ends. Maybe Keith saw more than we did. Or maybe we just saw what we wanted to. Only they know the truth. And so far, neither's ready to tell it. One thing's certain, Hollywood will keep watching. The internet will keep guessing. And Nicole and Keith's story will linger as one of those timeless mysteries people whisper about for years. Because in a town built on illusion, reality is the hardest thing to see clearly. And as for Glen Powell, he might just be the most surprised of all, caught in the middle of a love story that wasn't his, but one he'll be remembered for anyway. Sometimes the spotlight doesn't ask permission, it just finds you. Whatever happens next, fans are bracing for more. Another headline, another lyric, another moment that makes the world pause. Because this story, like all the great Hollywood dramas, isn't over yet. If you loved uncovering this twisty Hollywood moment, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, drop a comment sharing your thoughts on Nicole and Keith's drama, and join the Hush Buzz family for more insider scoops that keep the gossip world spinning.